Have you ever wondered what you really need to start making YouTube videos? The good news is that you don't need a Hollywood studio. A basic YouTube filming setup can be surprisingly simple. First, you need a camera. This could be a smartphone, webcam, DSLR, or mirrorless camera. The most important thing is that it records clear video and audio. Next, let's talk about lighting. Good lighting can instantly make your videos look more professional. Many creators start with an affordable ring light or a pair of Softbox lights to brighten their face and reduce shadows. You'll also want a microphone. Viewers will often tolerate average video quality, but poor audio quality can make them click away. A simple USB lapel microphone can make a huge difference. Another useful piece of equipment is a teleprompter. A teleprompter allows you to read your script while looking directly into the camera, helping you maintain eye contact with your audience and deliver your message more confidently. For your background, you can use a tidy room, a branded setup, or a green screen. A green screen or blue screen allows you to replace the background with images, videos, or graphics during editing, giving your content a professional look. You'll also need a sturdy tripod to keep your camera stable and your shots professional. Now, let me show you around my basic studio, which I call Studio One. Now, I call it Studio One because I've got another studio which I use for more professional tasks. But this studio I'm about to show you is the studio I've used for the last 12 years, and it has served me perfectly. As you can see, my filming space is quite simple. Here's my Canon 750D camera, which I've used for nearly 10 years. It sits on this tripod to give me steady shots and reliable performance. It's easy to set up and records directly onto an SD card. A quick word about SD cards. You can't simply use any SD card for video recording. I recommend using high-speed cards, preferably Class 10 UHS-IU3 V30 or higher value. These cards are designed to handle the large amount of data generated when recording video and help prevent recording errors or dropped frames. Over here is my blue screen. I also have a green screen which I can use depending on the type of video I'm creating. Both allow me to replace the background with graphics, images, or video during editing. Now here's a very important tip. If you are using a blue screen, don't wear blue clothes. And if you are using a green screen, never wear green clothes. Why? Because the editing software will think your clothes are part of the background and make them disappear. Trust me, you don't want to spend hours recording a video only to discover that your shirt has vanished and your audience can see a tropical beach, a spaceship, or a mountain range right through your chest. Unless, of course, your goal is to become the world's first floating head YouTuber. I've seen people do this before, and the results can be really hilarious. 1 minute, they are filming a serious tutorial. The next minute, it looks like they are broadcasting from another dimension with only their head and hands visible. So remember, blue screen, no blue clothes. Green screen, no green clothes. Your viewers will thank you and you will avoid some very embarrassing editing surprises. These are my studio lights. In addition to these, I have bright overhead lights which help me make videos clearer and create a more professional look. For sound, I have two options. I use a USB Blue Yeti microphone for voiceovers and audio recording. I also have a TASCAM audio recorder, which is what I use most of the time because it captures professional quality audio, just like the sound you're listening to right now. Here is my teleprompter, which I rarely use these days. Because I often film from home, I usually print my scripts and stick them above the camera using blue tack. My son taught me this trick. It may not be glamorous, but it works surprisingly well and saves me from having to remember every word. And finally, here's my editing suite. You certainly don't need a large monitor like mine. but I personally enjoy having the extra screen space when editing videos. I use Power Director for much of my editing work. My editors also use CapCut, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Adobe After Effects for more advanced projects and special effects. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, my setup isn't fancy or complicated. In fact, many people spend years waiting for the perfect camera, the perfect lights, the perfect microphone, or the perfect office before they start. The truth is that the equipment doesn't make the creator. You do. Many successful YouTubers started with far less equipment than this. Some started with nothing more than a smartphone and a dream. Now this is the smartphone I use. You can see that this is a very simple setup. I have this tripod which carries my smartphone, and I can do it horizontally or vertically. So you don't need anything really sophisticated to start your YouTube channel. What separated YouTubers, the successful ones, from everyone else was that they took action. They started, they learned, they improved, and they kept going. Your first video won't be perfect. Mine certainly weren't, but every video you make teaches you something new and brings you one step closer to building the channel you've always wanted and dreamed of. So don't wait until everything is perfect. Start with what you have. Use the equipment available to you right now. Learn as you grow. Improve as you grow. Your future audience is waiting for you. Your future subscribers are waiting for you. Your future success story is waiting to be written and filmed. So start your YouTube channel today and take action without delay. The best time to begin was yesterday. The second best time is now. Now that you know how to set up your studio for your new channel, I would like you to watch this next video to find out how to create your first video the right way so it looks beautiful and captures your audience. See you in the next video.